What's up? What's happening? What's going on, Facebook? It's my favorite day of the week. As always, you already know it's Monday. So yeah, right now I'm talking to my replay viewers. I appreciate you for checking me out this evening or morning, wherever you replaying this at, or however you replaying this. I appreciate you guys for checking me out every time, coming and giving me that attention. I know attention is very valuable. So let me know where you're watching from, and let me know what the temperature's like where you are. I like the fact that we can be from all over the globe, but all land right here on the same live every night. Talk about some real life issues. What's going on, David? Appreciate you for checking in with me tonight. What's happening? We are talking about it today. How to keep your goals while going up. What's happening, Rob? Vegas in the house. TK in the house. Man, we are going to get into it, man. Monday, my favorite day of the week. How to keep your goals when going up. While you're going up, how do you keep those goals? This is a big one because I had something to trigger this one as usual. I usually have a life experience or something, because it's all about experience with me, that triggered this live. And this time, like I say, I like to get into it immediately. This time, it was with a friend of mine who actually was being exposed to business, and I was, doing a little training up with her, and she was excited about her business that she was getting ready to start. Everything was on track for her. She was excited about it. She took, what's happening, Ashley? Appreciate you for checking in. She took her idea and she went and told a friend about it over the weekend. Well, her friend trampled and stomped all over her dream, all over her mission, and discouraged her terribly. And when she came back and told me what was going on, it was like, man, you can't plant your seeds in someone else's garden, because you never know what type of gardener you're dealing with. That gardener might not have any belief in growth, but you just hand your seeds over to this gardener and let this gardener plant your seeds and tell you that it'll be okay. I'll let you know how your crops are doing in just a little while. What's happening, Christina? Appreciate you for checking in. So you have to remember, where you planting your seed is not necessarily where it needs to grow. You need to make sure that the environment is proper for you to be able to, grow and flourish. And most of that comes from people being afraid of how others are going to view them. They don't want to be the ones being seen as doing the dumb thing or stepping outside of the box and falling into failure. See, you have to go through life and stop just being effective. A lot of people are in life just being effective, meaning you go to work, you pay your bills, you build relationships that get you by, but your life's a mess. On the inside, you're a pure mess. That's a problem. You're going to work and you're getting this check, but the exchange rate is shit. And then you come home and you're miserable, and you take it out on your family, you take it out on the ones around you, take it out on yourself. You don't have enough time to spend with yourself. You have no love to give to yourself. So therefore, you're out doing what you see as status quo, what you see the standard doing, but you're not being yourself. What is it that you want? What do you want out of this? What do you want your children to see? How do you want them to grow from what they're viewing in your life as they're growing to live their own? You have to realize that a lot of people are doing this, but they're afraid, and they will dare not weigh out happiness. They won't weigh happiness to the rate of what they're giving to someone else. Where is your happiness? Because I always believe that you should never go against love, and love is happiness. A lot of people tell you love is pain, love is heartbreak, love is none of those things. First off, love is none of those things. Don't let anyone tell you different. And the reason why I say that, because love is the ultimate, where those things are overlooked. To you, if you really have love, if you're really living on a plateau of love, then there is no room for the heartbreak. And all those things aren't acknowledged. I'm not saying that they aren't there, but they aren't acknowledged when you truly love yourself, when you know who you are. Those things don't come across your path. Those things aren't acknowledged. You step around them because you are doing what serves you, what serves the real you, not the one that everybody else expects you to be. So remember that love is the ultimate. We are always so worried about what others think. Matter of fact, I want to tell you a short story. I heard this other day from a mentor of mine that I listen to often. Short story about the Pope. A Pope who died, not this Pope. No, the Pope didn't die, so don't spread that rumor for those of you who like fake news. But it's just a story. Take it how you want. For those of you who are religious, I don't mean any harm. I don't do religion, so I can tell this story till the cows come home. Vegan joke. But anyhow, so the Pope died, got to heaven, got to the gates, and St. Peter was sitting at the gate, kicked back, smoking on a big Cuban cigar. And the Pope was like, I made it, here, let me in. St. Peter blew smoke at him and said, well, who are you? And he said, I'm the Pope. He said, well, who's the Pope? He said, well, I'm the Pope, I represent God on earth. And he was like, so what is that supposed to mean? Who are you? Who's the Pope? He said, just ask God, God knows who I am. So he hollered back, hey boss, it's a guy here says that you know him. Yeah, what's his name? He says his name is Pope. God's like, I don't know anybody by the name Pope. So man, God doesn't know you. He said, well, check with Jesus. Jesus definitely knows me. Check with Jesus. I always shout out Jesus every day. Make sure you check with Jesus. He knows me. Hey, bro. Hey, Jesus. Do you know a guy named Pope? Jesus thought about it. No, I don't know a guy named Pope. Asked the Holy Spirit. He got the same answer. St. Peter finally told him, he said, until you figure out who you are, it's going to be hard for you to advance. The reason why I'm telling you this story, because it's just like in life, a lot of people are moving through life not knowing who they really are and can't figure out exactly why they cannot advance, because you don't know who you are. So therefore, you're going to be stuck running in circles, because what people want, what they're requesting from you, is going to always constantly continue to change. So if you're steadily trying to chase and be who these people want you to be, then you're on a never-ending road to nowhere. Never-ending road to nowhere. Everybody wants to know what life truly means. You know what I mean? And not what it appears to be. They really want to know what it truly means, not what it appears to be. The same with you. They want to know who you truly are, not who you appear to be. The same as life. They go together. You know, the only way to truly know life is to experience it. I can't come tell you about life and you be like, oh, that's awesome. I love living life. You have to go experience life. It's the same as yourself. You never know yourself until you dive inside and you experience who you truly are. You know, you have to try and figure life out, and the more you try and figure life out, the less you become you. And a lot of people do that. They go and try to figure life out. But that takes a lot of you becoming what everybody else wants you to be. And you can't do that. You have to figure out who you are and let you and life come together as one. And that's where a lot of people get confused. They want to go figure life out. And they think they have to become this certain person to live life to a certain standard. Let me get some likes. Let me get some loves. Let me know that you're still tracking. What's happening, Ben? What's happening, Christy? Appreciate you guys for checking in. We're just getting into it. So what does that mean? You got to stop trying to figure it out. Stop it. Stop trying to figure it out. Thoughts and emotions are starting to become everyone's reality, and that's the problem. It's not all about thoughts and emotions. You can't think yourself to that place that you want to be in life. It's impossible. You can't feel yourself to that place that you want to be in life. You have to be willing to do, which is life. Life is about doing. We must experience life as ourselves in order to achieve purpose. Life and ourselves come together as one. We must come together as one. Quit trying to figure out one or the other. Figure out who you are and go live life. You know, many people think, and feel that they are going to heaven, but a lot of people really don't know. A lot of them are just as afraid. They're afraid that they're not going to get into heaven. And why are they afraid? Because they aren't experiencing life. They aren't experiencing life. They're just going off of everything that they believe, and misunderstandings are the very reason why, misunderstandings come from people not experiencing. People who don't experience have the most misunderstandings. They don't go find out for themselves. They don't ask the questions of why. They take the stories and they run with them. Just like the story I told before about the guy asking if there was a God, and when he was told no, he took the story and ran with it. Then the next day was told yes, and his life was torn to pieces. Why? Because he failed to do his own due diligence. He failed to rely on his own intuition, his own faith, and to believe. He relied on a story. So don't let anyone rely on a story. Find the authentic you. Authenticity is key. Find the authentic you and let that person live your life. Peace. Stay happy, healthy, and humble. One.